Can I get a round of applause, everyone? For reminds me of the waste management. Today, I'm excited to announce Manscaped launched their Ultra Premier Collection. Believe it or not, it's for your not so private parts. I'm talking about a leveled up hygiene routine with your favorite manly scents.
I can smell you from here, bud. You smell delicious. This is an all-in-one skin and hair care kit for the everyday man and covers you from head to toe, even if you got those toe hairs, literally. Manscaped is trusted below the waist. Now trust them with the rest. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. What's that code, Obes?
Curfew.
That is right. We all know how essential the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 is for that precise trim around the waist, Obes. Their advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts to your most delicate areas. But now you can enhance your perfect grooming routine with their Ultra Premium Collection. What does the package include?
Manscaped Premier Deodorant. No, not for your balls, but for your stanky armpits.
Stanky.
This deodorant dries clean, is aluminum free, and smells like their signature scent.
I mean, tattoos or dry skin? Well, this spray-on lotion is designed to keep your skin feeling moisturized, smooth, and fresh. Body wash, too. Lather up with their infused aloe vera and sea salt shower gel, fella.
I use the 2-in-1 shampoo and body wash as we speak. It's unbelievable, up dog. It's National League. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code
Curfew
at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code Curfew at manscaped.com.
The power of attraction is now in a bottle thanks to Manscaped.
Up dog, Good Life clothing.
Our boys at Good Life, always looking fresh, so clean.
Shipping to Canada. They're doing it for the boys now. Everybody up there that's been dying for this, it's up there. They're shipping to Canada. I'm telling you, the sweatshirts are unbelievable. You got to check it out. Promo code Curfew for 20% off, up dog.
I mean, look at this tarp.
You got one on right now,
this
baby.
This tarp is nice. And I've had this for a while. It only gets softer and softer. But our friends at Good Life, trust them. Trust them for your everyday tee. Because your girl, I mean, we talk about this. Your girls are going to steal, the odd t-shirt. They're going to, you're going to get pinned one day, drop a little red wine on it. You want to grab a freshie. They got the 3-in-1 bundles too. Actually, 4 for the price of 3.
Wow.
The bundle.
They're unbelievable.
So don't be shy. Don't get the, don't cheap out. Go
Yeah,
get the
and for
bundle.
you guys out there that maybe don't want to throw a collared shirt on, hey, listen, I've been there. But hey, the old lady, the girlfriend, the wife's on you. The Henleys, you can dress them up with a nice little sweater, put them over top. They're soft, they're comfortable, and you can wear them out to that dinner when your girlfriend or wife wants you to dress up. Rock the Henley.
I mean, hey, it's soon springtime. You're going to need that spring colors. You're going to need to freshen up the wardrobe.
They got the long sleeve Henleys too. Check those bad boys up. You roll them up. If you're a little warm like me, you roll them up. They look good. Long sleeve Henleys.
Look good, feel good, play good with our friends at Good Life. That's goodlifeclothing.com. Promo code Curfew.
Curfew, baby. Welcome back to a fresh new episode of Missing Curfew. I'm Shane O'Brien.
And I'm next to you. I am the Up Dog.
Up Dog. We made it. We're back in the friendly confines of Hall Pass Studio, which is nice. It's nice to be back here with you.
I got to be honest. I kind of miss, I miss the road. I miss the hotel beds. I miss, eating out. I miss that sunshine in Phoenix. Damn, and Vegas. What a week. What a weekend. What a week.
What a week. And I was out for my morning stroll this morning and I was listening to the beauties on Pardon My Take. And next year, the Super Bowl is in Scottsdale.
Heads up.
The same week as the Waste Management. So maybe we just book the sickest Airbnb we can right now because we will be there.
Yeah. A great Airbnb. Great team effort by everybody included.
Airbnb.
Hall
Great
Pass
Airbnb.
Media. Great job on the road.
Super comfy Airbnb. That was the coldest pool I've ever witnessed in my entire life, where you jumped in. I jumped in first, then you did a good video for the boys, which is great, but that was like a cold plunge.
I don't mind a good cold plunge.
No, it's good for the hangover.
It's great for, it kind of starts your day off in this like fight or flight type, attitude. Like, are we going to do this or not? It gives a little challenge to start the day off, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I mean, it took my hangover immediately away. But The hot tub, and we're gonna get that. It's gonna be on my milk.
Oh, they
carton
gave us
here
10% off. I got an email yesterday.
You did. Nice.
10% off our
Perfect.
stay.
Okay, good. Because if the hot tub doesn't work, that's, you know me, Uppy. I'm not all for like, I don't ask for my money back for a whole lot. But when the tub's not working for 3 nights, especially when I wanted to use it the last night, get in there for a nice soak. So 10%.
I think
nice.
I think though they might charge us 10% extra because they think via some photos that leaked online that we had maybe too many people in the house because there was one guy in particular sleeping on the couch all weekend. Mr.
Max Miller.
Hey, he's a couch guy. What can I say? Just when I thought you liked the couch, this guy, he doesn't even like sleep in his bed.
He just fucking when the switch is off, it's off. It doesn't matter where he'll sleep in the hallway, couch. It don't matter.
No,
Right?
it don't matter. No.
That was great though that the big guy put the missing curfew shit all over him. That was a good way to top off the Fella Tour. Fella Tour, what a name by the way. To A Hall coming up with that Fella Tour. The Fella Tour passes were a big hit everywhere we went up. So we were giving them out.
Yeah, we got in the Bay Club. We got, backstage. We got 16th hole. Shout out to all our boys too in Scottsdale that made our trip excellent. My boy Dodge Earnhardt, thank you. His lovely wife Rachel. They're absolute animals. Great people. Shane and Christine Thompson, shout out to you guys and their beautiful family. And then our boy Darcy Hordichuk.
Old
Who
Hordy.
maybe could have gave us a little more.
Old Hordy.
Came on, good interview, but he
was
went MIA the last couple of days there.
Yeah,
I thought,
he's good interview.
Thought he'd like to hang out with us a little bit more.
I thought so too, to be honest with you. But he did come on the pod, which was nice. Princey will bring you in. Princey, you made her back. Negative COVID test and all. Fuck, what'd you think of your first week on the road with the boys? I thought you hung in there all right. I can be honest with you. I thought you hung in there all right.
I am back, boys. I'm glad to be home, but I'm kind of like Uppy. I missed the road a little bit. I passed all my tests. Honestly, boys, I'm shocked with the amount of people that we ran into, but I passed all my tests. I'm good to go. It was a great time, boys. I can't thank you enough for including me on this. And, I tried to do, I think, a pretty good balance of giving her when I could, but at the same time remaining professional because there's people at home that needed our clips, that needed our footage, our videos, all that stuff. So I thought I did a pretty good job of balancing both.
Yeah, I thought you were a pro. I thought you were a pro.
Took him a little bit to settle in. He was a little starstruck there in Vegas. A little starstruck when the boys started piling into the missing curfew place at the Hard Rock. I know we touched on this with him on our last interview, and Princey did a hell of a job. I saw the eyes wide open when our boy Tom Wilson walked in. A little bit of a man crush there from our boy Mark Prince. And then Jack Eichel, like, fuck, is that Jack Eichel?
Ikes.
Yeah. Hey.
We're going to get into some Jack Eichel. Ikes, he's back,
Yes,
baby.
sir. Yes, sir.
Princey, what'd you like better, Vegas or Scottsdale, real quick?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I really liked Vegas, just with all the stuff that we got to do and all the NHL people that we got to run into, and people saw the interviews that we had, but the amount of other people that we ran into on the street, in the hotel, and we bumped into Sheldon Surrey and George Peros, and Sheldon was nothing but complimentary with what I've been posting about him on missing curfew, and we went out for dinner and all that stuff. And I like Vegas, but it's not like it's a huge advantage over Vegas and Arizona.
Up dog, waste management, fella. First of all, thank you again to Steely, Keegan Bradley, Max Homa, Darcy Hordichuk, and Mike Commodore. Commodore's the beauty.
Yeah. Our new partner in crime. I feel like he wants to come down here and maybe tee it up.
I'll tell you what, I move in the Bay Club April 1st. And then I'm going to invite Commie out for a weekend of golf at Big Canyon and some dinners, and he'll like the Bay Club, that guy. Yeah.
Like I said, I always
He
admire.
did have to cut a few things out of the podcast, though. We got a text from him last night saying, "Hey boys, the girlfriend stuff there. I'm gonna have to
we
cut
don't want to
that
get
out."
anyone in trouble, No,
No,
not about
just
that.
ourselves.
Yeah.
If we're getting anyone in trouble, it's just ourselves.
Yeah, no, we get enough of that.
Up dog, I don't know how the Thunderbirds work, but I want to like nominate you for a Thunderbird. I don't know how it works. I know you got till 40, but I took a lot of things away from the weekend, and one of the things was I think Uppy could be a Thunderbird.
Yeah.
First of all, you could wear the outfit without sweating your nuts off, which I think is a prerequisite,
true.
right?
Okay, yeah.
I saw those guys out there on Sunday of the final in the playoff in the fucking sun beating down on them. They're in the Thunderbird suit. I was like, fuck, Uppy could be out there not sweating. Like most people would be leaking.
It's like a velvet.
And they don't stop for a whole week, which is right up your fucking avenue too. So have you done any digging? Does that interest you at all? Or do you have to live in Scottsdale? Or what's the rule on that?
Jeez, I know you got to put in a little time.
You got well, yeah.
You got to put in a little time. It's a very exclusive club, invitation only. You don't even know how you get invited. It's kind of like this behind the scenes, challenge the guy, see what he's all about, see if he can pull through. How are his connections? Is he personable? Does he smile? Does he say thank you? Is he very polite? One thing I took out of my Thunderbird experience, they all say hi. They all ask you how you're doing. They all ask you if you need something. They all have, this kind of aura like, hey, what can we do for you? Which is, it's a talent. It's not a, it's not a gift or anything that, one.
I think most of the Thunderbirds are married too, right? But if you were, I'm just thinking, if you were a single guy as a Thunderbird, it's your week to shine because they can literally pull people anywhere they want to go, right? But they have it coming from all angles. Like they have to entertain so many people. I can imagine that probably by the end of the week they're kind of like. But everyone's super nice to go to the way to say hi to you and make you feel like I guess you're part of the tourney.
Yeah, I mean it's such a big production, and even our boy Al Hall, who can produce the best of best events and has been around live events his whole life, said that this is unbelievable.
Yeah,
the build out is crazy. The music combined. So you basically have a stagecoach in Coachella with a golf tournament. And then just, how many guys end up just face planted into the 17th bunker because they're just completely gone from drinking all weekend.
A lot of people.
And it's hot there, right? It's hot. And it's like, you're fucking staying up. And if you don't get don't get that nutrition, the hydration, those IV bags, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough week.
It's a tough week. And thank you to DraftKings with the Kiva Club setup because we had the sun on 17 and then we had the shade on number 10 where we were. And like you said, obviously I'm a big shade guy, but it was nice to have both sides of that going. Drivable par 4 on 17 and then a par 4 on number 10. So thank you once again to DraftKings. And then Updog, the Bird's Nest. It's fucking Bonnaroo. Listen up, I got on my notes, but when you talk to Dodge or whoever next year, we need our own golf cart. We got to make it happen. We need our own golf cart.
We need our golf cart.
We need like Aves at Bonnaroo, where Aves had his own golf cart. You need to put a request in right now that missing curfew. We'll get our passes through DraftKings and stuff like that. But from the Thunderbirds, do you think?
I don't think we need it though.
I think we need it.
It's just to get to the
I think you need your own golf cart.
No, I think you just gotta. It's too hard to get your own golf cart. I think.
Well, with that attitude, it is.
I better get in. I better get in as a Thunderbird.
I'm giving you 362 days here to fucking get on it.
I better fucking start being Thundy style if I want that.
I bet you if you put in their ear, like, listen, we need a golf cart for this reason to bring in our equipment. But think about when the tournament ends to get to the Bird's Nest, golf cart.
No, yeah.
No? Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
so we needed to bring in our gear.
We need Manny, our boy with the Sprinter van. That's what we need. We had him.
Or we bring our own Sprinter van.
Yeah.
Or we bring our own Sprinter van.
There you go. Now you're
because we caught a bounce of all bounces the first night. You went buzzing to meet your boy Dodge. We brought all the gear out. I grabbed a few things, eh? What did I grab?
Oh yeah, you had a big camera bag.
Grab something else. Tripod for a couple. But then Manny, boom, 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 brought us in side cheese.
Yeah. And so you caught Manny. That's good.
We caught Manny.
Because we got him. I got him right after he dropped you guys off, which is perfect.
Yeah.
And that
setup was unbelievable.
By the way, I got to send Manny some money.
Baxt, you owe money. I gave him $100 tip.
Yeah, we owe him a little bit more.
We do, eh?
Yeah, I'll Venmo him.
Okay. I gave him 100. Told me, hey, to remember, I gave him 100. I'm like, hey, remember this, okay? Here's 100.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a good guy.
So we go in, side cheese, boom, backstage up in the Bird's Nest behind the stage where Diplo was playing. There's free drinks, beautiful women serving, food in the back, like couches, everything. It's amazing. I'm like, fuck, I don't know if we deserve to be here or not. But anyways, we stayed there the entire Wednesday night and we ran into so many guys, right? Brandon Morrow, Kelly Chase, Ray Whitney, Dave Scatchard, who was my first fucking NHL fight. I'm going in to take a piss. I haven't seen Scatchy in, I don't even know, man, 20 years? No, 15 years. He's got this big beard. He's probably like, well, fuck.
Pretty big guy.
He's probably like, oh, you're kind of fat now too. But I'm like, Scatchy. And he's like taking a piss. He's like, oh, it's like, I just to see him, and I hadn't seen him at a training camp with him in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Saw him, and then Commodore. Am I missing anyone else that we were? Kelly Chase told me a couple legendary stories. Princey, you were listening. You were like, talking about Starstruck. He's like,
yeah. Chaser's a story guy. He's like, so tell me, he gives me this one.
He was telling?
Uppy. So tell me who the guys come on the best stories. And I'm thinking, fuck, I'm looking back. I'm like, Shaddy's been great. We had Stamkos on. He told some good stories. I mean, fucking Getsy comes on and gives us some good shit. Prongs, Prongs give us some good old stories, but we had to drag it out of him. And he's like, their stories suck. I'm the fucking storyteller. You haven't asked me to come on your pod. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You're the first guy I asked. I asked him at least over a year ago because he's perfect. He doesn't shut up, so he's got stories coming out of his fucking eyeballs and his
So
ears.
yeah, so he was like, "Fuck, you guys haven't." After I'm like, "Chaser, up, he asked you. You told him that you're fucking done doing podcasts."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Fuck, you might have been right." He's like, I was having a bad day, and I told Uppy, "Fuck you, I'm
He
done with
did.
podcasts."
That's exactly what he
But
said.
he said he would come on, and Ray Whitney too, and the Wizard. What a beauty! I'm like, dude, listen, and this is to anyone that wants to come on. We don't need stories of like, if you want to tell the stories, absolutely, but we're more just want to shoot the shit with you boys. And then the stories come out. And that's what Wizard said. He said, I'll get on there with you and that beauty Upshaw, and I'll start humming these stories. And I'm like, well, we'll cut them if we have to.
No, he's just a real pro. I think he wants, if he did come on, he wants it to be like good. He wants it to be good. He just doesn't, I don't think he's been on a pod and really like, he doesn't want it to be boring. He
Yeah.
wants to come on and like be able to really like
Bring the
share
heat.
some good insight and stories. And him and his wife, Bridget, are two of my favorite
She's
teammates.
so nice.
She's the best. They threw the best fucking parties.
She gave us a big hug.
They
She's
always
like,
had the best Halloween costumes. They live a very great life, and two Fort Saskatchewan beauties and good northern Alberta. But yeah,
Fort Saskatchewan.
yeah,
right
they're
from
both
the
from,
loops.
yeah. So is Kami.
I know.
That's
I never
crazy.
knew that. How did I not know that?
I actually did know that, and I forgot. But when he was telling the stories, I was like, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, the Wizard's wife, what's her name again? Help me out.
Bridge.
She's awesome. So she came up and gave me a big hug and was like, I'm so sorry about Jimmy when I heard about the news. And I was like, wow, that was really nice of her. So
Yeah, you know who you forgot?
who did I forget?
You handsome schmantsome Taylor Pyatt,
Oh, the bear.
the big Pisey.
The bear. Fuck, he looks good. Like he can
Always.
still play. Just a weapon on him.
He's got a weapon for all his teammates. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah, he looks great. I'm like,
Eyes are as blue as that fella on your shirt.
yeah, I'm like, come on in on the podcast. He's like, you know me, Obes. I don't really say a whole lot. I'm like, Bear, we'll get you. Like me and we'll have people we'll have fun with you. It'll be good.
Yeah, he's a beauty.
Yeah, he looks good.
Coaching now.
His wife, he was there the night before. That was great. I saw his wife. Yeah, I saw his wife the night before. She's like, tonight's my night. Tomorrow night's Taylor's night. I'm like, is that how marriage is? Like, is that how a successful marriage works? Because I don't know. Maybe I'll write that down in my little notebook. And the Mike
You
Commodore
just
notebook.
keep taking notes, my man. You keep taking the hockey notes.
Speaking of notes, I got Sam Hunt fucks here on my notes. I don't love his tunes, but every other girl that was in that Bird's Nest fucking, it was panties.
I was waiting for the panties and bras.
Yeah,
to
you're like,
fly
has
up.
any panties, bro? That was hilarious when you said that. And I don't know, he looks like the Fact Daddy a little bit. With the beard. I think
it's
he looks
kinda-
like the Fact
if
Daddy.
you want to be a rock star, you kind of got to look like the O'Reilly.
Yeah. I will say this about Sam Hunt. I don't know much of his tunes. And live is better than anything, right? I liked how he changed the pace of the fucking concert, right? Like at one point he slowed her down and then he picked her up and then he rocked it out a bit. Like he's a pretty good
Gamer.
showman. Gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that country's okay.
I know, I don't love it. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean I thought his stage presence was pretty good.
I like when they get into like an old cover.
What's the one fucking Brooks and Dunn song they played with the guy before him?
Like the
Don't think
rain.
and sleeping in the dark. You know the one, Prince. You don't pretend like you don't fucking know now.
Well, it's Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Yeah, you and me going fishing in the dark.
Oh yeah, well, who is it? It's not Brooks and Dunn.
Nitty gritty.
Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Nitty fucking gritty dirt.
Just
Band.
like you probably got on the weekend, nitty gritty, but
Anyways, Waste Management, thank you. Thunderbirds, Uppy, thanks for everything you dialed in there. 2 Hall Pass, great work. We will be back there next year. If you haven't been there, fucking put it on your calendar. Updog Super Bowl recap. We made a little guest appearance at Tom's Watch Bar at LA Live. Was awesome.
it was what a setup.
What a setup. What a spread.
Larry
for just good
Fitzgerald, what a
old-fashioned
guy.
football food.
Larry Fitz, what a beast.
Beast.
What a guy, like fucking gamer, huh?
Yeah.
Did
Sick
you ever win a
golfer.
Super Bowl? We won one. Kurt Warner.
No, he lost. Remember Roethlisberger threw it to Santonio Holmes
Oh,
on
yeah.
the very last play of the game, and Santonio Holmes just kept his fucking his toes in. You guys remember that one, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, legendary.
So he lost one in the. I think he's only played in one Super Bowl. But he's a beast, sick golfer.
Well respected guy in his league and his peers, and he knows Shane Doan quite well.
He does.
Yeah. So he knows Donor. He loves the golf. Obviously, he played in the Pro-Am. He said he didn't hit the green. He's a good golfer, but he tugged one on 16. He said,
Fuck, that can happen to the best of us.
"That'll happen."
That'll happen. 23-20 for the Rams. Binger, congratulations. Updog. I told you all week I was going to go Rams money line and then bump up the Bengals from 4.5 to 5. The very last second, I went Bengals +5, Bengals money line. So I came out, sister kisser, even Steven. Aaron Donald, man, he took the game over.
How about when he wrapped his hands right around old fucking Burrow's shaft there, and just hauled him down on that third down with one hand? He was falling back and grabs him and just like sumo tackles him.
Yeah, he's a beast. I still think, I don't know if you remember the play of the first half when he pushes Burrows out of bounds and this big offensive lineman, Prince, I think, comes over, pushes Donald. There's a bit of a melee.
Woke him
I don't
up.
know. We used to talk about letting McGinley sleep and this and that. Well, to me, they woke up the fucking Donald, man, and he went, I'm taking this bitch over. Because if all they needed was a field goal in the fourth quarter, and I think the Bengals would have won, but they couldn't get any points.
Yeah, they were down. It was the second down play on that last drive where he launched one.
Yeah.
You run that and you get yourself like to inches. You wear down the clock. I mean, it was, to me, they were in position. They're midfield. You got to find a way.
Congrats to Staff, Matthew Stafford. We got to reach out to Staff and see if he did a podcast the next morning with his girlfriend, or wife, I guess. They did a podcast. He looked like he was just fucking hurting. He's like, I saw it on his Instagram or her Instagram. He's just like, day after the Super Bowl. So,
oh wow,
he's doing podcasts. So maybe we can get Staff. But happy for him. You teed it up with him before at Shady
I
Chin.
have not. No.
Oh no.
I met him at a restaurant one night
with Whitmore. Remember?
Yeah. Whitmore and Rusty are good buddies. This year at the Christmas party for Discovery, he came in and he had a game like the next day. That Whitmore's a complete beast.
16 years. Man of the year.
Man of the year.
And he's done now. Imagine going out just winning your last one. Fuck, that's got to be a good feeling.
I know.
What was my last one? I think I was like -3 or something. Who did he play? I think
that's going out on a high. Oops.
I think I was -2, turned a couple over. Updog halftime show. I thought personally it was unbelievable. I needed more Eminem though. Got to be honest. What are you saying? Lose yourself? You told me. I needed more.
Lose yourself.
I needed more Eminem. But what did you think about it?
I thought it was awesome. I thought fucking. What's his name? Who's our boy? Fucking
Dr. Dre? Snoop?
Yeah, him and 50 Cent coming out like to kick it off. I was like, okay, we're going here. Let's go.
50 Cent's been on my meal plan, eh? He's not
well, he was always a big boy. You could tell.
He's not
he was always ripped, but fuck, I mean, how do you keep that on as you get older? He was fucking ripped. Snoop's the man.
Snoop, man.
He's just killing it. He's in his NFTs. He's fucking buying shit. He's skipped the dishes advertising. He's got it all.
He doesn't age.
He's killing it in his old days.
He ages pretty good too. Like,
he's in shape too. He looks like he's skinny.
But he looks always good for just a fucking stoner. Like,
I agree.
He must be one of those stoners like Binger that just doesn't eat when they smoke weed. Right, Binger? Is that what you do?
What's the secret, Binger?
How do you get skinnier smoking weed? What's the secret?
You gotta be productive when you smoke.
That's right.
So you get like a nice sativa and then you just go up dog style.
How do you think I graduated college?
Gotcha. I might have to try that.
He's onto something.
I'll be walking right across the street to Chipotle is where I'd be going.
So I took a bet on I took a prop bet that Eminem's hair was going to be black or brown. And he wore a fucking hat, but his beard was brown. So they gave it to me.
Oh, wow.
But you couldn't really see his fucking hair. And I even checked before. He was walking in. He was talking to Al Michaels too.
You saw that, yeah.
I saw there was an Instagram on it. And I'm like, what was his hair there? You can't tell.
Yeah.
But they gave me it. $500 I had to risk $700, win $500.
Did you take like the Gatorade or the coin flip?
I lost the Gatorade. I took yellow or green.
Yellow or green.
That was the worst odds. It was
orange was the best. No,
was it?
No, orange was plus 200.
There was plus 700 for the blue.
I know. Didn't Amanda say blue? She said blue, right?
Amanda told us the blue. She gave us that on Saturday.
I fucked up two things she gave us. And she told me to take 2 Cooper Kupp to get a touchdown, and I fucking forgot to get that one in there. That was a lock.
Yeah.
How concussed was he at the end of the game? I felt bad for him.
I know, he was done. But that's
fuck,
okay.
He got drilled in the corner there.
He's got some time to chill out. I did get OBJ for first touchdown of the game.
You did?
Plus 650.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
Plus 650.
And
I had him and I had Mixon to get one. So I won. Mixie.
Okay, I'm going to say this about the refereeing. Okay, you go all fucking game, and then at the end you start hucking flags. Like, no wonder people think the NFL is fucking rigged. I get it. They missed the call on Ramsey Binger. It was a fucking face mask. They missed that. But the pass interference holding call that they called on Hubbard, 55 on the Bengals, is not a penalty. Not even close. I mean, that was an unbelievable defensive play.
No. He had his hand just on his hip, but he got up and was just I mean, he blocked it.
He blocked it. So I love how all game, I was actually Flowers, I was texting Flowers. I'm like, isn't it great how there's no flags in this football game right now? And then at the very end, they just come storming out. So that pissed me off a little bit. And then Uppy, I get it, these owners. I just don't get why they get the trophy first.
It's not right.
Come on, give it to the players first and then the owner. No, I think
know.
they're the only sport that does that.
It's an elite thing. All these elites.
Fuck.
Let the guys hold it who battled their asses off, huh?
I know. Like, come on.
I know you pay the guys.
Give it to Cooper Cup first. The guy's concussed over there. The court doesn't know his name.
Yeah,
like,
let him go. Yeah, let him go put an ice bag on his forehead after that.
Oh, he got popped hard, man. That's the hit they're trying to take out of the game. But Stan Kroenke seems like a really good guy. He built the house, the Rams house, and they got her done. So congratulations to them. Super Bowl commercials up. I thought the Austin Powers one was pretty cool. I don't know. Old school.
Wasn't it
Mini-me.
Yeah, it was Mini-Me.
Mini-me, not a
Was it a Tesla commercial? What was their commercial?
I don't know if it was a Tesla commercial.
I had Izzy run around
Yeah.
our boy Kevin's party. She was full on. She was.
I saw some
she
cute
thought she was
videos.
in the Super Bowl actually.
And then there was another couple good ones that I saw, but the Mini-Me one's the one that jumped out to me. But how much they pay for those commercials? It's a crazy amount of money, I would assume.
Some
right?
$1 million.
Yeah. Per commercial?
Yeah, a lot of crypto.
Tons
Lot
of
of
crypto.
crypto.
Yeah, I think
Whether we like it or not, we got to start talking
I
crypto.
think
on
you're
this
right.
pod.
I think it's coming if you like it or not, because that was the majority of it was all crypto and NFTs, but you just bought one. So you're ahead of the game, buddy. So congratulations to the Rams. Binger's all fired up. He was at the game. Staff, congratulations. DraftKings, thank you again for having us. That setup at Tom's Watch Bar was legit. So that was fun. So Updog, our first segment. For all the final thoughts on the Fellow Tour. The Fellow Tour is going to continue. We will be in Nashville maybe once, maybe twice. The Fellow Tour is not over yet.
The Fella Tour with some more fella destinations to be announced.
Yeah.
At
So
some
the
point.
Fellow Tour is still going. So
Florida's got to be in there, and maybe a trip to Canada at some point.
yeah. Canada, huh? Are we welcome back?
Fucking right. Take that place over. Our friends at DraftKings are up to it again, Obi. They are absolutely everywhere.
Football season over, Uppy?
Basketball season won't be around forever, so get in on all the action now with our friends at DraftKings, the leader in one-day fantasy sports. DraftKings is giving new players a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes. Claim your free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes when using the code CurfewKings during sign-up, fella.
Playing daily fantasy basketball is simple. Just pick your lineup, stay under the salary cap. That salary cap up, dog.
Salary.
And see how your team stacks up against the competition. Feel the sweat like never before. Every dunk, steal, assist means so much more with DraftKings daily fantasy lineup. With DraftKings, payday comes every day for players. So what are you waiting for? Head to the app now.
Download the DraftKings app now and use code CurfewKings during signup. This week, DraftKings is putting you in the action with a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes. That is code
Curfew Kings.
and you get a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes only at DraftKings. Minimum $5 required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
DraftKings, baby. Good Life segment, NHL news and notes, Uppy. And this is something that, I got to tune into because when I left, the Pittsburgh Penguins were not leading the Metro Division. I pull up my iPad here that you got me at Hall Pass Media, and they're leading the Metro. So we got to dive back into some hockey. First and foremost, I want to talk to you about the Brad Marchand suspension. 6 games. Fuck. Uppy, I don't know. I just think this one it's 6 is too many. It's way too many. I know what happened last week, so bear with us, listeners, but it's something we wanted to talk about. I get it. He's got a track record. Was it stupid? Yeah, it was stupid.
It was stupid.
But 6 games?
It's just like, stop being so stupid. That's the NHL's message. I mean, you punch him in the head, okay. Are you going to give him a concussion? I mean, no. But a lot of guys are pussies nowadays, so they might, who knows? Kid takes pucks in the head. Marchand gives him a punch in the head. You never know what happens. But the spear to the neck, and I say spear because, the tip of his stick hits him in the neck one-handed. It's not that hard, but it doesn't look good. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's just you know what? We're making another example of you. You're the most suspended guy now in the history of the NHL. We can't be having you do this. This is twice in one game. Like, fucking tune it up. If you want to go in, just go in and run them. But you have to have the puck.
Yeah.
Like, bring the puck hard to the net and just run them over. Then you're not getting suspended.
That's true.
Right?
It was a little stupid. When I heard 6, I was like, wow, that's a lot. And Updog, we talked about Marchand earlier in the year, and you brought up his rap sheet. With that one, it's 8th suspension, makes him the most suspended player in NHL history, passing another friend of the show, Chris Pronger.
Oh, wow.
So Marshy just passed Chris Pronger for the most suspended player ever.
Two good.
Do you think
two good rats?
Yeah. Do you think Marchand's he can probably make 100 bananas, but do you think when his career's done and he's sitting at one of his houses, he'd be like, "Fuck, I could have a whole other house somewhere." Like he could hit you up and be like, "I want something at Discovery." Oh, I got suspended 10 times. I can't get it at Discovery because it's still gonna hurt him when he's done a bit, don't you think? Or is he gonna make so much money?
It does. I mean, I don't think he'll think like that. I think it'll be, probably just knowing him, you'd like to just have the record.
Yeah.
Something to put in your cap, but. That's a lot of money. I would say it'd be more. It would be more stinger obes if it was a guy that didn't make a whole lot of money.
Yeah,
a guy who was really working hard to provide for his family, and he fucking, he's leaving the game, and he doesn't have a house for his wife and kids, and the wife's sitting there. Really, he had to spear the goalie in the fucking head, and now we're out paychecks for the next 3 months.
It reminds me of Trevor Gillies, who I remember his wife. She's a sweetheart, little Southern belle from Georgia. Gillies would get suspended, and she'd be like, "Trevor, are you fucking kidding me?" So like a guy like that who was working so hard to get to the NHL, the Braves, you're right. It stings them more. I just think fuck, it's a lot of money when you're making 8 bananas, right? 6 games. What do you get done, Princey? Do you know how much?
I know the total. It's
6 games, probably $400,000.
He's forfeited about $1.5 million in all those suspensions.
Oh, in all of them.
Yeah, and all of them. I saw the stat. He's missed like 28
Well,
games.
now
the total.
That didn't get you into Discovery.
It used to be your first suspension, Obi, was so say you get suspended 2 games, right?
Yeah. Do you just pay on the game day?
No, they would just charge you 2 days pay.
So 2 game day pays.
So 2 game day pays, say out of 80 days. Now, on your second suspension or third, it goes to 2 games out of 82. So a much bigger check you got to write. So your first time offense, it's like 2 days out of the whole year of you getting paid, which is it's more diluted. Yeah. Then fucking they make an example and say, okay, you're getting 6 games. So that suspension there was basically 6 days out of 82. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So it's only $1 million throughout his whole career?
$1.5 million, yeah.
Fuck.
You're not getting in Discovery for that.
You're not even getting into Big Canyon for that. You're not fuck. You might not be able to deal with it. So never mind.
You won't be able to go on the fella tour for that fucking.
For $1 million, yeah, you couldn't have hung out with us in Vegas for that. Fucking Amex is about to explode there, Mr. Curfew. Went out to fill the car up. I was like, I hope this works here today.
Totally.
Marchand, keep going. You're good for the game. I love it. Wild Jets fight night. Foligno, Lowry, Greenway, and Dillon. Princey, we were watching this live, right? In Scottsdale. Uppy, I love this shit.
I love Greenway, boys.
Buddy,
and I love
all these players involved in all this.
Yeah.
I love Marcus Foligno. He got a little too excited and need the guy in the head at the end. There's no room for that in our game, and he would be the first to admit it, I'm sure. But Uppy, I don't even care about fighting much anymore. I want more body checking, but this, every now and then, I think it's great. We were fired up.
Yeah, melees. Same time. I mean, I love when 2 fights go on. Everyone starts looking at each other like, okay, are we going? Are we going?
Yeah.
Hey?
And then you're scared, like, fuck, if I do fall, the linesman's not going to get in here, right? When there's 2 fights going on, like, that's
or just like, it's kind of that moment too. And I don't know if you've ever thought this, but if you kind of looked around and no one was really like looking at you, and if you looked away, I kind of was like, am I going to get suckered? I got suckered once in junior like that. And so who was my coach? It was fucking. I think it was my old coach.
Were you playing in Kamloops?
Dean Evison. Wow. He was coaching the Vancouver Giants. And I was on Kamloops my last year. And fight breaks out, and it's kind of a scrum, and I get in the scrum, but now it's off, and I'm just back from the NHL. And I get fucking cold clocked by some kid. And he's like, now he's on top of me, but we're wrestling. And I'm like, you piece of shit. Like, what the fuck? He's like, I'm sorry, Updog. My fucking coach told me to do it. And sure enough, I get up, and it's my old coach, Dean Evison, who's now fucking taking the Minnesota Wild to a fucking other place. And I looked at him and fuck you, Dino, you piece of shit. Fuck, I just heard, like, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I remember that vividly. But in junior back then, I mean, if you didn't fucking stare a guy down, look in his eyes, like you could get clipped at any night. You had to really protect yourself.
And if you went down, I remember in tier 2 I was 16, I slipped on a stick in a line brawl, and there was no linesman to come get him, and he just fucking laid the wood to me. Like, I mean, just fucking kept punching me. So
I had a bench brawl. Did I ever tell you the bench brawl?
No, tell me.
Fort Mac. We play Sherwood Park Crusaders in a highly touted tilt, and after a shootout, Obes.
Yep.
Well, actually, after I scored in the shootout, I come by and I do a little celly where I grab a bunch of snow and I just fucking toss it in the air. Like I was a full degenerate. And it was at home. And then sure as shit, 2 shooters later, they go in and miss. And our guy comes out, like we jump over the boards and our goalie's now coming out. And the fucking guy who missed like skates back and like goes to hit the goalie. And one of our guys just comes and tackles him and he spears him and it's on. Everyone. The full fucking shootouts, it turns into a melee. And so I'm looking around, right? I'm like, fuck, who do I grab? And I get stuck with like some 19-year-old guy who's way bigger than me. But we're going toe to toe. And like you just said, slipping on sticks, gloves, jerseys,
scary.
everything. And I remember just like having my head like this and just getting smoked. Like now it's the top of my head and those fucking hurt. And I remember Colin Murphy, my fucking good buddy and my line mate at the time, comes over and grabs him and starts pounding him, right? And I just go like this. I hold my head and it's just pools of blood. But I look around and I go clock a couple guys just for fun and come off. And it was a Sunday night. We had a massive team party. And I remember getting stitched in the room after. And the boys were just like, up dog, your first bench brawl. Like, fuck, now we're going to go have a night, right? And I remember that night inviting all of my friends to this party, all my girlfriends and stuff. And I just had one sore fucking noggin.
Oh.
One sore
Dude,
noggin.
I remember I went and watched London play King. I was drafted by Kingston and like, oh, let's go watch them play London. And it was John Erskine and these fucking. Anyways, there was a bench clear at the old London Ice House. And I'm like 15 years old watching this game and I'm thinking, do I really want any part of this fucking league? Like, are you crazy? Full bench brawl at the old London Ice House. So, Marcus Foligno, those boys. I was old school hockey. I love that kid. The Wild, man. They can play it any way you want to play it, up dog. And that Greenway, well deserved contract extension. They're gonna be a tough
3-year
out.
deal.
They're gonna be a tough out. Uppy Tuukka Rask officially retires. We were kind of excited for the comeback. I guess it's just, you know this too, right? When you miss half a season, you know, and you're older, it's hard to come back, especially as a goalie, right? Like it's kind of a bummer because I was looking forward to him to play one more run for them. Because I think the Bees, they're sitting right now the 4th in the Atlantic, but I think once playoffs do start, if they do have a healthy Tuukka Rask, they could have maybe went on one more run. I'm not saying they can't with the other 2 guys, but I guess it's just saying like it's hard to play catch up in the NHL.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and for them, you know, they do sit in this 8th seed. For them to kind of, you know, they're going to have to play Florida, Pittsburgh, Tampa. I mean, they got an uphill battle, right?
Yeah.
Getting in the playoffs and then getting out of that first round. But for me, I just like the story of it all. I like the way, you know, Tuukka's been a B his whole life. He's been, you know, he's won. He's brought him to a cup final. He's just a guy. To me, he's just a guy that you want to see back in the game. And you know how much, you know how hard he's worked. You know how much his teammates love him. He's a beauty. Sean Thornton loves him.
Yeah.
Guy just gets out there and jams on the drums and the guitar. He's a fucking beauty. So, you know, wishing him all the best in whatever he decides to do. But I like older guys who kind of put it all out there to come back and compete. I love that.
Yeah, me too. And he played 564 games. That's pretty good for a goalie.
52 shutouts.
308 wins. Vezina, good finish guy. So yeah, I was hoping to see him come back, but it's hard to play catch up. Tuukka, congrats on a great career, fella. Up dog, my boy Marty St. Louis is the interim head coach of the Montreal Canadiens. I text Louis, congratulations. Obviously, in typical Louis fashion, gets right back to me. Thanks. So I was looking forward to the challenge. I wish him the best. I'm a little nervous for him because the Canadians are fucking terrible. But if anyone can do it, I think I always thought Marty would be a good coach. Just because he's like, first of all, he knows his X's and O's as good as anyone. He's a passionate, fiery guy, but at the same time, he keeps it pretty even keel. Like in the dressing room and stuff, like he'll joke around and stuff and have laughs. But when the game's on, it's like game time. So I was always like, he would be a good head coach. I wish him the best of luck. I just hope, you know, I don't know how much they can judge off him this year. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't play well, is it a fair shake for Marty St. Louis? Like, I think if it doesn't go well, I think he deserves 1 year where he gets a training camp to come in and actually have his hockey club. You know what I mean? Yeah,
they need a goalie. They need some help. They need some veteran help. They need, you know, fans back in the building. They need a lot in Montreal. You know, you're going to be able to take that interim out of the title of this of Marty's job here soon. I think they will give him a chance, Obes. And like you said, he's a great teacher. He was a great player. He knows the game well. He wants to make his younger guys feel like they're important. You see, like the first game, him grabbing Cole Caulfield and pumping him up and talking to him, and then Cole goes out, has a great game, scores a goal.
Yeah.
There are little things that he can do that's going to help this team kind of get out of a funk.
We're on the same page, Ups,
Yeah.
because Cole Caulfield Marty was Cole's favorite player.
Yeah.
So that's
they play alike.
Yeah. So that's awesome for Cole
Yeah.
Caulfield. I had that in my notes too, so we're on the same page with that. I think that's huge for a kid like that to listen to Marty, and Marty can help him as an undersized guy that's fast and can shoot the puck. Like you said, their game is very similar.
But you're right. They need help. Montreal's not a great hockey team right now.
Yeah, I get why they did it, right? Like it's when you want to mix it up. I just hope that they don't bring Marty in for this half a year, and if things don't go well, then they bring somebody in next year. Like I think as a player, obviously he's a Hall of Famer. As a person, he's a Hall of Famer. I think he deserves this year and then the start of next year for sure, where he comes if he wants the job, right? Like Princey has in our notes here, he was coaching his kids' Pee Wee hockey team, right? Like he loved being around his kids. I don't know how much he wants it, but I think it should be Marty's decision if he wants to do it full time next year to give him a chance coming out of camp, because you know what it's like. It's different when you start the season with your group of guys Ups.
No, I do, Obes. But just like offensively, they need major help. Like Nick Suzuki's leading the team, 9 goals, 28 points. He's dashed 24. Like that's almost hard to do. They get Jonathan Drouin back this year. He's having a half decent year, 6 goals. They just traded Tyler Toffoli. It's nice that he got to move on back in his old spot. Mike Hoffman, 8 goals. He's not doing much. Cole Caulfield, like 3 and 7. And then Brendan Gallagher, who's their heart and soul guy, is having an off year. But these guys battled hard last year, lost in a heartbreak final. That hangover is kind of hard to get over, especially when you're in Montreal and things are everything in Canada gets a little whack nowadays. But you just hope that this team. We need Montreal Canadiens to be a good hockey team in the NHL for the game, for the spirit of the game, and for selling tickets and Marty St. Louis to me he's the right guy for the job.
Yeah, he looks good behind. Oh, I lost my mic here, Ups. Hold on a sec.
Oh,
He's looking good behind the bench. Good style. Saw his first couple games. Great suits. Take that mask off though. Got to see the smile. Couldn't see his face because of his stupid fucking mask, but his hair looked good. Tie, silver fox. Marty, good looking cat. There's rumors that Vinny Lecavalier will get involved too. That would be unbelievable because obviously Vinny and Marty are great friends. Won a cup together in Tampa. Their relationship on the ice would work so well off the ice. Like they're two great human beings. They're both ultra competitive. They've been through it together. So if you get Marty St. Louis and Vinny Lecavalier involved with the Montreal Canadiens moving forward, we talked about this. We're going to get to it about the Anaheim Ducks, and we're going to get to it later. But this is the type of stuff I think you bring in 2 legit guys like Marty St. Louis and Vinny Lecavalier. Vinny's not confirmed yet, but I think it's a step in the right directions for the Habs. I'm looking at their schedule here, Updog. They got St. Louis on Thursday. That's in St. Louis. No, at home.
still.
They got Buffalo though on the 23rd. They could beat Buff. They could maybe beat Ottawa. I hope Marty doesn't get judged too much on this second half of the season is all I'm saying. I wish him the best of luck, and I think it's the right move for them, Uppy.
I agree, fella.
Moving on to your Edmonton Oilers. Man, were you right about these guys. I've been kind of saying it for a couple weeks, Uppy, about Dave Tippett. I thought they should have fired him about a month ago. And you would come on this podcast or when we're playing golf or whatever and be like, no, it's not him. And I'm not saying it was Dave. You played for him. I've always had the utmost respect for him. But when things aren't going well, it has to come down to the coaches. So what were your thoughts on Tippett? And they hired Jay Woodcroft just as interim head coach, I believe. This guy, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is, to be honest with you. You had to tell me before the show. So it's not the move I would have done if I was Kenny Holland. Yeah. I wouldn't have brought in Jay Woodcroft. But you told me he works with the young guys?
Yeah, so I mean, listen, just to touch on Tip. He hasn't had much success like in his last 10 years of coaching. He's brought the Phoenix Coyotes to the conference final one year. He's got good X's and O's. He's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach, really help like a team like work from their net out and hopefully just rely on their natural ability to score goals to win hockey games, but keep the goal scoring low. He never had great goaltending. He never got They didn't steal wins. I think I read a stat. I was listening to your boy Coolis one day talk that, the Edmonton Oilers, had they have got goaltending like .008 better fucking goaltending, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Their save percentages are like in the mid 850s. Yeah, had they got just a little change in that, they'd have 8 more wins. So for me, you don't get goaltending. Your guys are in a funk. I watched Connor McDavid's face at the All-Star game. I don't think he smiled two or three times. He's not happy. Draisaitl looks like he's not in his best mood either. These guys they're not vibing. And unfortunately, the coaches, things fall back on the coaches. So talking about Jay Woodcroft, Jay was McClellan's assistant coach. He had him in San Jose and he brought him to Edmonton. And Jay's a good players guy. He worked with all the younger guys, worked with the forward group. He got sent down to the Bakersfield Condors. So he knows their younger generation in that organization. And for me, if you're going to bring in an interim, bring in a guy that is familiar with younger players, knows how to pump them up.
Yeah, that's good.
Connor just needs to know that he's going to get some secondary help, And so you got to get those
they did
guys.
last night.
3-0 win in San
Ryan
Jose.
tipped one
San
in.
Jose sucks.
Yeah, San Jose.
They're junk.
They do stink. I would say this Jay Woodcroft, he kind of looks like Seth MacFarlane, this guy. You ever look at this guy?
Yeah, he does.
He
Yeah.
looks like Seth MacFarlane.
Good guy. Great guy.
So, Uppy, is he more of an offensive-minded coach? Or do you know, Princey, do you know anything about this fucking guy? Is that his thing? Or is just he was the head coach for their minor league team in Bakersfield, so maybe they're thinking he can bring these young guys up?
Honestly, no, I don't know as much as as you guys are saying. I kind of go on the uppy road here too. If he's just here for the young guys, that's all I know. I do know that I believe he was with the Wings in 08, so he's got a cup there. But not honestly, guys, not the choice I would have made either. But that's not my team.
Like Mikko Koskinen is his IR.
His numbers are
IRA.
actually better than I fucking thought, Uppy.
I mean, he's letting in three goals a game.
His Sabre says 900. I thought it was lower than that. I think that's just improved for him, actually. He played pretty good the last month. But there was a point where he was down in like the 880s, I want to say 890s. Typically, I think in the NHL, you need like a 910 save percentage, don't you? Like a 905, 910, I think, good teams.
I think at least that.
Let's go to good teams here.
But yeah, Kenny Holland's he was feeling the pressure, and
Well,
I
you
don't
had
think
no
he's ever
choice.
really. Has he ever really fired a coach? Like he had Scotty Bowman, he had Mike Babcock.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this. Remember,
I don't think he's ever had to fire a coach.
Dave Lewis was the guy. Did he ever fire Dave Lewis? Remember, you're like, who's the guy with the skinny mustache?
I don't know. I think Dave Lewis kind of came in. I don't know. When did Dave Lewis coach?
So
the fucking
Markstrom
Wings?
has a 926 save percentage. Just to put it in perspective for the boys here. 2.12 goals against. He's one of the best goalies in the league, Marky.
Who is that? Markstrom.
Yeah, let's go to Gibby's numbers. Gibby's got a 9.21 with a 2.54. He was an all-star, though, so maybe we're setting the bar a little high here.
They've won just 7 of their last 23 games.
Let's go to Thatcher Demko.
That's terrible.
Thatcher Demko. He was an all-star, too. He's not going to work. Who's like an average goalie in the show? I don't fucking know.
Woodcroft is Edmonton's 9th coach since 2009.
Is that right?
9th coach in 11 years.
Wow. How many coaches does Connor have?
Connor's had Hitch. He's had
Hitch and I guess
McClellan. Yeah.
McLeod.
Todd
Allen,
McClellan, Hitch. Who was before? Oh yeah,
Kruger?
no. What?
Was it
Buckberger?
Kruger? Ralph Kruger?
They should have brought Buckberger back
Bucky.
in. That's who they should have
Bring in
brought
Bucky.
in. I
Get
Buck.
him to ride the bike and get
Old
him- get
Leatherface
the buzz.
back there. Bucky would have got these boys going. Cam Talbot's got a 9.15 save percentage, 2.78. So, yeah, their goaltending hasn't been nearly good enough, but it's more to do with that. And I like Dave. I just thought, I guess, why didn't you fire him a month ago? Like, why did you wait? I guess Kelly Hall knows more than me, but I was like, what's he waiting for here? They fucking lost.
I think he didn't want to fire him. He's just not that guy. It's tough to fire a coach, man, because you brought the coach in.
And
So
you know
next
what?
is you, right? That's a big play.
And you only have so many, you only have so many coaches' firings in your arsenal, up your sleeve.
Especially when you have 2 of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
But you haven't been able to find a goalie, and that's the issue.
They're still going to get in.
You think?
Yeah, they're fucking.
you think
They're 2 points behind the Kings with a game in hand. They're getting in.
I thought they were just behind the Ducks, or no?
Ducks hockey. Ducks got 49 games played, 55 points. So they got 3 games in hands on the Duckies.
Yep.
1 game in hand on the. It's going to go. As much as this kills me to say, it's going to go Vegas, Calgary, Edmonton, Anaheim. And the only thing about that is the Central, they might get 5 teams. Like, I don't know if a wild card's going to end up coming from the Pacific or not. I hope so. I hope it's the Ducks. I hope the Ducks get in.
Yeah, we're pulling for the Ducks.
I hope the Ducks get in, but I can't see, after Edmonton, everything they've been through up here this year. Like, we've been, I was all over the start of the year how much I loving them. You were telling me they weren't that good, and you were right. And they fucking lost 10 to 12, and this and that, and fired their coach. And here, February 15th,
they sit fifth in the Pacific.
They sit 2 points out of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good situation for Jay Woodcroft. Best of luck to him, even though I still don't know who he is. Pat Verbeek named the GM of the Ducks.
Speaking of not knowing who he is.
I mean, I don't know Pat. Pat, if you're listening, me and Uppy, Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
There's a used one in there. Heads up.
Oh, no.
Just say it to the left. Pat Verbeek, if you're listening, me and Uppy, we live in Orange County. If you need anything, if you need our expertise.
Do you want to tee it up and talk hockey?
Yeah, you want to play Big Canyon or you want some, our insight, you know where to find us here at Hall Pass Media. But I don't know Pat Verbeek, do you?
No, I don't. I know he used to wear a big visor.
Yeah,
welding mask.
I was hoping Salati was dude. But anyways, they hired Scott Niedermayer, special advisor to hockey operations. Great title, whatever the fuck that means. But Scotty's a good guy to get involved there.
That's like move over president. I'm coming in. That's what that title means.
More ex-players. Give me more ex-Ducks that were there to win the cup. I still want Solani involved somehow. I don't know if he will now with Verbeek being hired as GM, but I'm happy for Scott Niedermayer. Norm's a great guy, a good pro, knows the game. Those are the guys that Ducks got to continue to get involved in.
He's the best fucking D-man other than Lidstrom to ever play the game. So I think can help. And he's a guy who loves this area, loves his kids, love the area. He means a lot to the organization. Scott Niedermayer is the perfect man to have in the Ducks front office. Perfect man. Guys look up to him. The young kids still know who he is, although they probably don't know how good he was. You think like Trevor Zegras knows how good Scott Niedermayer was before?
Probably not.
Right? Like he's just out of
that kid's so like he's such a beauty that Zegras probably doesn't know anything.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
He's just such a beauty. Norm, congratulations. Updog. Coyotes officially will play in a 5,000-seat arena right in the heart of ASU.
Fella
Tour will fucking be there for that. I think it's whatever. I mean, it can't get any worse.
Maybe we should buy a box, Fella box.
I mean, for the players, the only problem I have from an ex-player's perspective is escrow. But then I tweeted something about it, and people were like, well, Obi, they don't get anyone there now. They give out free tickets. It's not going to change escrow.
I think they're going to be able to fill the building and charge more for the tickets. So I think it's a semi-positive in a way.
You do. I mean,
because I'd rather play in a place that's a hard ticket to get than just be giving tickets away and driving all that way to go. I think it's a great fix. It could be a 3-year fix for me, and I don't think it's going to cost them. They're going to make money. It's less rent. Mm-hmm. They're fucking probably getting free rent. I don't even know, but I think it works.
I think it can't go anywhere but up. And
I just don't want to see them leave.
If you're a young guy coming into Arizona right now,
fuck yeah.
Fucking stay single.
No
Do not
shit.
bring your girlfriend to Tempe, buddy, all right? You're on the ASU campus playing in the show. If you can't get laid there, turn your dick in. Hey, Ups, think about Scotty Upshall at 21 years old, and they say, hey, Ups, you're going to play for the Arizona Coyotes. You're going to make one banana a year with a banana signing bonus, and you're going to live right on ASU campus, basically. How do you think you would have done there? Like, it's a pretty good opportunity for young guys, too. If you they're in a rebuild, go have fun.
I love it.
Wear a domer. We're going to
Heads
a game.
up.
We're 100% going to a game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great atmosphere. They're finally going to be able to show people around the league and in hockey and in that area that it works if they build a rink there. Hockey works. It's fucking great sport. It's a great live sport. Totally. Just don't build the fucking thing out in the boonies for free.
You. And I don't want that team to leave either. I'm with you. Scott, that area is great. We saw it at the Waste Management. There was fucking 400 million Canadians there. Mm-hmm. People come down there. It can work. You said it perfectly. Yeah. So anyways, ASU will be on the Fellow Tour next year. Big trade. We'll start with Princey here because we know he's all horned up about this one. He probably rubbed one out last night here to this one. Tyler Tuck Foley, as our boy Broadway.
Tyler Tug Foley.
Tugger.
Princey is tugging it off.
Back to the Flames for Tyler Pitlick. Some prospect who gives a fuck. First rounder and a fifth rounder. Princey, what were your thoughts before I give you my little 2 cents on this, bud?
I thought it was a great move, guys. Honestly, there's a buzz
Shocker.
around the city right now. Every Calgary sports outlet is giving it an A+ trade. I mean, they gave up a little bit. The prospect is Emil Heineman. They got him in the Sam Bennett trade. They never actually signed him, so it's not one of their prospects. So they got rid of him. Pitlick wasn't doing a damn thing. So they got some scoring. They've got their top 9 is perfect right now. Things are looking great. And the coolest thing about this is people don't realize the interactions that he's had with the Flames players. Like, he was with Daryl in LA, with Trevor Lewis, he was with Lucic, he was with the Vancouver guys, Tanev, Markstrom. I think Kirk Muller was his coach last year, so he's got a lot of familiarity with the team already. So I'm pumped, guys. I'm taking him in DraftKings tonight because he's going to go off. He's playing.
Yeah, a little probably first class flight in. Old Luch grabbing him at the airport.
Yeah, that's-
reunited. Probably sleeping in Luch's fucking second bedroom.
Yeah.
Maybe even let him sleep with him.
I mean, that's where I was going to go with it. And I was never in a position, you were in Florida where you were in a leadership group, but I was never in the position to be a leadership group guy. But I always thought, like, around the trade deadline or this and that, like, players are players. Well, lots of good players in the NHL. But why don't we bring in a guy that, A, we know, that B, everyone likes, that C, we all get along, and this is icing on the cake that they've won a Stanley Cup together. So for me, do the Calgary Flames need more goal scoring? Absolutely. Can Toffoli come in and score goals? Hopefully he can. But I like it from bringing in another guy with a Stanley Cup ring that
Played for Sutter. Got Richie, Lewis,
Yeah.
and Luch.
So
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
From my perspective, I wish more GMs would look into the person and the situation coming into my dressing room more than just, okay, we need a guy that's going to score goals. Yeah, Toffoli's going to score some goals for you too, but he's going to come in this dressing room and it's going to be an easy transition for him, and he's going to add another character to this dressing room that, in my opinion, from talking to Maddie and Richie and watching the Flames play, they got something special in that room. And you know what we feel about dressing rooms, you know? From that perspective, Uppy, I love this move for them.
Yeah,
I
they're
love
not
this
they're
move.
not the Calgary Queens right now. They're the Calgary Kings.
He doesn't make them any faster. He's not
No,
a
but-
fucking speedster down the wing. So
He doesn't need to be.
No?
They got fucking Magnapani. They got
got
Johnny Hockey.
Magnapani.
By the way, Johnny Hockey's plus 36.
They got Magnapani with his crooked helmet. They
Plus
got Magnapani.
36, 39 apples. You get Markey in net, making big saves. Yeah, I think all our boy Toffoli needs to do is just park up.
Put his
Look at
stick
what he
on
did in the
ice.
playoffs last year. Park up, get you ready for shoot. Johnny finds everybody, makes the right play. Matty Tkachuk will be hanging out in front of the net. They got a great team.
I love Matty. I love their team, but you know we're you know are you scared they're not quick enough?
I don't think Quick wins in the playoffs.
Doesn't win.
I think toughness. I think good goaltending. I think fucking staying healthy win in the playoffs. To me, it's tough hockey. The fucking, the down backs doesn't win in the playoffs.
The Mountains don't win.
No.
The Bob Hartley Mountains. I'm going to say one thing around the Flames. Put Richardson in the fucking lineups a bit more here. Princey, what is going on here? I turn these games on. He's not playing. He's a great face-off guy. What's going on up there? What are they saying in the media up there? Why is Richie not playing every night?
It's just because they're rolling right now, boys. Like, they've won 6 in a row. Sutter doesn't tinker with the lineup. He won't even change the freaking goalie. They've got a young guy, Adam Ruzicka, who's playing with Lewis, and he's replacing Richie on the bench.
He's shit.
He's doing really well.
Yeah,
That's the
I
problem,
hear his
though.
name every time I watch.
I watch him. He's terrible. He's no Richardson. He's
no
terrible.
Richardson. I know that. I know that he's not, but they're rolling, boys, and Sutter's not going to change that.
Well, I might have to talk to Daryl because listen, I can't go all in, even though I love Matty Tkachuk and Luch and Monty. I need Richardson in the lineup to go all in. So Toffoli, congratulations. Congratulations to him. Good guy. Party with him a bit throughout the course of I used to see him in Manhattan.
Yeah,
Beach a
you
little
did.
bit.
Yeah, good guy.
Hollywood. He likes Hollywood. Big news here, Updog. Our boy, we just saw him in Vegas. Jack Eichel will return Wednesday night, TNT. I will be on my couch with a glass of rouge.
Bum, ba-da-bum.
Ike's, congratulations, man. I'm so fired up for this guy. He got Todd Pickup a signed jersey, so thank you, Ike's. It's perfect timing. It was in Todd Pickup's locker today. Ike's is playing Wednesday. Updog.
Class act.
This is awesome.
Yeah, we're happy.
Yeah.
I hope the people in Buffalo tune into this match and see what you're missing, because you lost a good one, and he is now feeling good, look good. His attitude, it seems like it's in the right place, Obi. He's got to be so excited for this opportunity. The Las Vegas Golden Knights, I mean,
That's your
if
squad.
they're not a contender right now, I don't know who is.
That's your squad ups. You've been saying it.
Goaltending,
You've been saying it.
D, fucking experience to play deep in the playoffs. I mean, they have it all. They're adding a hike, and you mentioned to him I think people forget just how fucking dynamic and how big of a star Jack Eichel is. We're
about to
we're
find
about
out.
to see something. Those strides, boys, he makes that look
I
effortless.
saw him at the practice game the other day. His stick is so long.
The fact that he used to say,
Stick
up
is so
dog, I don't
long.
know how, but it's so effortless, and his gliding is like faster than most guys
Yeah.
go full speed. So,
I just remember using those edges uppy. Like,
yeah, we're excited to see Jack Eichel. What number is he
I'm
wearing?
gonna have to come over and watch that
What
game.
number's Ike's
I'm
wearing?
gonna have to come watch that game.
9.
He's wearing 9.
What are you doing tomorrow night? I might have to come over to the pad and watch that with you.
Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Wednesday.
I might have to watch
I
that
got an
with you.
MRI tomorrow.
What do you, MRI?
Fuck, the fellow tour really got me.
When you threw that golf ball in the green, eh?
I got 2 MRIs on both knees.
Up dog, I want to talk to you.
Dancing. Too much dancing.
Mark Stone is going on long-term IR.
Yeah.
So which is great because, well, not great for Stoney, but it brings Eichels back, and it also is going to make room for Alex Martinez when he comes back.
lot of rumblings around the league that this is a little shady.
It's fucking, they're doing the Kucherov thing. So instead of this, hey, Gary, fuck off with the hard cap. Make it a luxury cap.
Yeah, Vegas will
'Cause
pay.
that's what they're doing anyways.
Vegas will pay Phoenix Coyotes to
But-
build a better rink.
Yeah, but Gary, all you're doing now is you're taking Mark Stone, who's one of your fucking most recognizable people. Maybe his back is mangled. Maybe he does need surgery, and maybe I'm talking directly out of my ass. But if he's not and doesn't need surgery, he's not going to play the rest of the year, and he's going to come back in playoffs. So now people that are watching your sport don't
Listen.
get to see Mark Stone.
There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on how Mark Stone's feeling. If Mark Stone starts skating and he looks good, Obi, there's going to be some red flags, and I'll just toss one right out of the pocket here. Phew. Red flag, because this is something that's been going on for years since the trade deadline. When I was in Philly, Danny Briere, we had league officials watching our practices to say, is Danny Briere healthy? Because if he is, he's got to play, because you guys can't just keep him on long-term IR. It's illegal. So
Yeah.
the teams are going to raise a stink. Last year, Kucherov had surgery. It was a different story. He waited that long. Maybe he was ready to come back a little early, but didn't. You know, when you sit a substantial player because of whatever it is, I know he has a bad back, but if it's back spasms and you're going to sit him for 2.5 months just so you stay under the cap, don't think that these other teams like, Colorado Avalanche and these other teams that are, they're in all win now mode are going to be okay with this. This is the beginning of a story that's not going to go away for a long, long time if Mark Stone does not play hockey.
It's a great point by you, and it is a different situation because Kucherov was out the entire season. I get what you're saying. And now maybe Kelly McCrimmon is just thinking, listen, Stoner, I'm going to put you on a long-term IR till after the deadline.
Well, he probably needs the rest.
Princey, when's the deadline?
Third week of March, I believe.
March 21st?
March 21st.
So we
it's
got
got
1 month.
Month and a bit till the deadline. It's a great point by you. It'll be something. I just think, listen, I'm an ex-player. I hate the fucking hard cap. I hate it. But I just think it's something that if teams are going to continue to do this, they're gonna find their way around it, Uppy, right? It's like anything in life. They're going to find their way around it. So I think Gary and the league should talk to the owners and figure out, I don't know, I think there's a better answer than this is going on. But Ikes, can't wait to watch you snap it, buddy. I will be taking that in on Wednesday night, TNT and the boys. Olympic hockey update. Here's my update. The red jerseys are terrible. The red
Canada.
Canadian jerseys are
Canada,
fucking
look at the
terrible.
lineup. Look at the lineup.
Their
there.
lineup, no disrespect to the guys playing because I never played an Olympic. But the team that Princey put out there, you give us, I would have needed a little bit more time, but how long? 2 months, Uppy?
Yeah, 2 months.
2 months of a full-on training
Groins, your
camp.
back. Yeah, make sure my ankles are messed up.
I think we beat them.
I felt-
Handedly.
I
beat
think
them.
I outperformed them all in a couple of those matches I played there.
You know what? I chirped you, and after I watched the game, and this is I played with some of those guys. Ben Street, great guy. Corbin Knight, good guy. I didn't see the windbag out there. I don't know
did.
Did you?
I did the first game.
Okay. Well, I couldn't tell who was who because of the fucking black numbers on the red jerseys. I couldn't tell their name. I couldn't
It's
tell their numbers. Like, just go back to the old red and whites.
It's
Keep
terrible.
it simple. If you want a third one that's black jersey, fine. But red and white numbers. Come on now. They lost. I watched them play Team USA. They were fucking brutal. They lost 4-2. Anyways, to the women, here we go. Gold medal, Uppy, Wednesday night. Princey, Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, yeah. It's about 9 o'clock my time, so 8 o'clock your guys' time.
Let's go,
so-
Canada.
Come on, girls.
Come on, baby.
Come on, girls. They've been kicking the shit out of everyone. They beat Switzerland 10-2 or something.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're fired up.
And they've already beat the Americans, right?
Yeah,
What do
come
you
back
guys
city.
want? What do you guys want to bet? We don't have to bet like Camus or anything, but we'll bet something maybe.
Let's do the bottle of JMO.
Ball of Jamel or ball of Crown Royal.
Ball of Crown.
Ball of Crown Royal. Ball of Crown Royal.
Couple
Right.
doobies.
Girls, go get them Wednesday night. Fuck, good night hockey Wednesday night. Eichels return.
There's a big night tonight, too.
We got a big
A
night.
lot of hockey tonight.
Uppy, we got to start watching some hockey. We've been out fucking dancing around watching golf. We got to
I
watch
watched
some
some
hockey.
hockey last night, actually.
I did too. I watched the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah.
I might as well take my $1,000, wipe my arse with it, and throw it in the backyard. Because
You took Seattle?
I took
Ooh.
them at plus 220. 240 there, plus a
They
whole.
got absolutely smoked. Toronto's
Leafs have
a,
lost 2 in a row. End of a road trip. I thought maybe Seattle jumps on.
Toronto's a wagon.
Toronto's
They're
wagon.
an offensive wagon.
Toronto's a
They're an
wagon.
offensive juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Milk carton presented by our good friends at Canadips Lip Boomers. Promo code CurfewCali. We got a few things here. I'm going to put this on the NHL Skills Comp. I know it was a couple weeks ago. Haven't got a chance. The fact that Trevor Zegras did not win the Skills Comp,
Yeah.
I'm putting John Hamm and his Long Dong Silver on the
Long
milk
Dong
code
John
because
Hamm.
he gave Petro a 19 because they won the Stanley Cup in 2019. John Hamm, I get it. You're a great ambassador for the game. But for me, as a guy that was at the skills competition, Trevor Zegras should have won that competition hands down. So I'm putting John Hamm and every other judge, with respect, on the milk carton. Zegras should have won that skills comp. It's a breakaway challenge.
Yeah. And I'm going to just put what the hell's going on up in Canada on the milk carton. Figure your shit out up there. Fuck Christ.
Are you putting Trudeau on it?
He's on it.
He's
Come on. Where is he?
He's missed it. He
Step
should,
up.
He should be on it.
Go have a, how do you settle these things in the hockey world, Obes? You call a guy fucking face to face,
cross-check him.
you cross check him.
Yeah.
Or you look him in the eyes and you
Fucking
say,
elbow him.
let's fucking go.
You telling Trudeau you want to go home or what? Hey, Trudeau, if he wants to go, you set it right
Just
here.
stop hiding and go say something. Go say hi to your people.
Yeah,
Drives
and
me bonkers.
I agree. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to put the hot tub on the milk carton as well.
That's been on the milk carton.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on there again because
Oh,
I was
cool.
really disappointed. We only got our.
We already got the cold tub.
I know.
We need
82
to
is
warm
up.
the bones up.
Yeah, Uppy wouldn't be getting an MRI this week if that hot tub was working.
Yeah, I know. I actually put that in the. Don't worry, I
Yeah.
wrote it up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My
Milk
fucking
carton.
left hip too has been in one.
Is it? Get in the pool, bud.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be able to golf Friday?
Friday golf is on. I can't wait to golf again. I haven't held a golf club. In a
Wanna
while.
golf?
Actually, I did golf.
Can
the
you
other
golf
day.
tomorrow? Oh, I'm looking to play tomorrow.
MRI's tomorrow, bud.
Oh yeah, shit.
MRI's tomorrow, and then focus on the big fella tour next weekend. Try to get that figured out.
Okay. Milk carton presented by our good friends at Canadips Lip Boomer. Promo code CurfewCali. Updog DraftKings Top Titty winner. E. Murray 19, 126 points. Took Mike Smith. All this chirp about Mike Smith. Took Smith.
Wow.
Stammer the Hammer. Eberle. So E. Murray 19, congratulations. Updog from
Max
the
got the cheat codes
man,
going.
You're fucking unbelievable at
What kind
this
of
shit.
cheat code you got there?
Why don't you tell the
You're
boys
an
like,
Xbox guy or something.
I tried to tell you in Scottsdale. You said no.
yeah, I'd save it for the show. Okay, what's your
You want me
secret?
to go? Okay.
Yeah.
My strategy when I look at a guy to put in my lineup, I just pull up his last few games and see how many points he's got in the last few games. If he's all over the place, high, low, stay away. If he's got 2 or 3 games above 10, above 15 points, slide him in my lineup.
Wow.
I don't got time for that.
Wow. Hey.
Instead of 5 minutes, it takes 10 minutes.
I know,
So
but
he's
even the
going
10, I
with-
gotta rub one out. Or,
Good. We're just lucky to get him fucking when we get on time. Max, I like that. So you're looking his last couple games. If he's been consistently getting a point or two or here or there, I like that. Good inside tip. Binger, 55. Tucker, 72. Brento, 83rd. Brento, updog. Me and you got some Princey, man. Princey. You're our fucking
Jimmy
insider up there, bro. 129th place. What happened?
I feel like Jimmy right now. Like there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. I just need to get one win and get it going. But I'm on a Jimmy streak right now.
Well, that's top titty, baby. This week, up dog, we got Smashville, Nashville against Carolina, Florida Mini, Dallas, Chicago, LA, Vegas. So I may have to, take Max's tips here and look into that. But off the top of my head, I love Florida. And probably Vegas. I'll probably pick some Vegas guys off the top of my head. But Maxie, thank you for the inside scoop. Do we have the lock of the week here, boys? Or
We sure do.
Where is it? Up dog, take it away.
It's next.
Take her away, buddy.
Saturday night lock of the week from the fella tour. There was no lock of the week last week, Obes, but we're back on it. I'm leading the charge 9-2. You're 8-3. Our boy Princey's 6-5. He's working around that 500 clock.
I can't find it here, boys.
Listen, we got Seattle at Calgary.
Oh, here we go.
That's a fucking no-brainer. Colorado at Buffalo. Edmonton at Winnipeg. That'll be a barn burner. Boston at Ottawa. St. Louis at the Maple Leafs. LA at Arizona. Still in Glendale, not in that nice barn with all the young ladies. And Anaheim at Vancouver. Obi, you cannot pick Vancouver.
Can't
Not that you
take
would
the
there
Canucks.
anyway. I will go ahead and take the Calgary Kings. I'm going to take them. I have not picked them yet. They're buzzing, and they got Seattle. And Seattle, I mean, they're just lucky they can play a full 60 minutes and just, put their skates on, but they're not really competing out there. So Calgary, thanks for the win. I'll go 10-2.
Fuck. All right, Princey, you want? I'll jump in here.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you go.
I'm gonna take the Toronto Maple Leafs at home against the St. Louis Blues and the Fact Daddy. I don't know. I just think there's gonna be some fans back in the ACC. I think they're gonna have 9,000. Like, what's the difference between 9,000 and 19? I guess 10,000. But Toronto Maple Leafs at home against Fact Daddy and the Blues.
Good pick, Obes. I'm going to try to pick an easy one here, guys, because I got to try to climb up here. I'm going Boston Bruins at Ottawa Senators.
Bruins at the Sens.
I'm going with the Bruins.
Locking the Knights up, dog. You're in first place, fella. Set the
9-2.
tone.
Fella.
Speaking of setting the tone, happy birthday to one of your former teammates, and I played one game with
The
him.
hockey creature himself,
50 fucking years old.
Jaromir Jagr.
Still playing.
God, I remember when he walked in our room, I'm like, this motherfucker's old. And that was fucking 8 years ago. 9 years ago? I don't know.
This motherfucker's old. He was
And
old.
he still just like didn't want to leave the rink. He wore the ankle. He had like 12, not the little ones, 12-pound ankle weights
I
around
know.
his feet, walking around with his skates on, shooting fucking medicine balls against the wall and doing reverse like dips. And I'm like, this guy's nuts.
They used to leave the key for him in Dallas too. Like he goes
Yeah,
skate
same in
at,
that. Yeah,
they go
in
skate
Philly,
at
too.
fucking like 10 at night.
How bad did that piss off the trainers?
Well, you probably tipped him pretty good, but is it like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, we missed the game the odd time, but is it like sad that Yogs is still playing at 50 and check? Like, is it sad or should we embrace it? Like, fuck, wow, he's still playing at 50 for the team that he owns in the Czech Republic. Like,
I don't think sad is even close to the word.
No?
I
No?
don't think it's
Okay.
sad. I think if the guy loves the game and you can still play, I mean, I would love to still play. My
would.
body shut down. I love to still fucking play.
Yeah.
I love to compete. I love to just sweat. I love to fucking the taste and the sound of hockey. Like, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
We miss that every day. I do. But it's hard on your body. What I don't miss is like fucking tweaking my knee and then sitting with an ice bag on knowing I got 6 to 8 weeks here to fucking rehab. That's the worst part of it down the stretch. But buddy, there's nothing like, even if it's you out there with your buddies and you're competing for the case of beer to, win after the game or
I know.
do you? I miss the
I know, but you're-
competition.
Okay, let's talk about getting off the bus after playing fucking back to back and check, and you have to unpack your bag, and then you got practice the next day, and then you got a bus 4 hours to play the next day.
So he probably owns and plays on the power play and does whatever
Yeah,
he wants.
I
Like
just
he
can't
doesn't
imagine.
back check.
Like
He's just hanging out.
My last year in Austria, like, granted, I wasn't in the shape that Yogs is probably in. No, I wasn't. But, like, fuck, it was a toll,
Like
man.
he probably lives in his own
Like,
house.
you ride the bus, you play that night.
I think
Do you
it's
think
great.
he flies to his own games? Like,
I'd say he's just out there to try to make a statement. I'm going to play till I'm 60.
yeah. But you have a beautiful family, a beautiful daughter. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if he has that. Like, I think he's.
So that if that's where you want to add the sad part,
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he has a family
Yeah.
or kids and I'm a single guy at 30. I don't know.
lots of time for that, eh? You're a guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Tell
crazy.
us, Loople,
It's
that.
crazy. Yeah. So I just liked when I played in Vancouver. Anytime Yogs would come in, I don't know what team he was playing for, but there'd be the same 7 or 8 guys that would dress up in all his jerseys with the fucking Yager mullet.
The Yager.
And they'd get
The
just
Yagers.
hammered. And you see Yogs come up for warm up and see him, and he'd give him the Yager salute. So that was kind of what I thought about. Happy birthday to him. He's
Happy
a legend.
birthday, 50.
His numbers, if he didn't have to go to the KHL to pay off his gambling debt that I think he had or something,
He'd be smashed. He
but he
would
would
have
have
got
2,000
grats.
points. Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to him. I played one game with him.
Did you play one?
One game. Yeah.
Did he pass you the biscuit? Did you get out there with him?
No, but
He didn't give you one back door like I did.
No, he didn't give me one back door like you did. He was so strong on the puck.
He
though.
was- it was
talking
a
about
freak,
playing
yeah.
against him. Like when you went in the corner against him, like yeah, I wouldn't even try to go run him.
He
because
plays like Mikko Rantanen or like
Yeah.
like
Mikko
a Leon
Rantanen plays like
Draisaitl.
him.
Yeah, Draisaitl plays like him too.
Yeah. That's
right?
Rantanen's a great comparison.
Totally.
You're great at that game, right? We should maybe bring that
Well,
segment into our game in our
Yeah,
podcast. more.
well, because you can fire me questions like that. Who do you? Because I know
Well, we'll get
I
Princey
see
on it.
style.
We'll bring up a player. Maybe a segment before. Bring up a player. Uppy, who's he reminds you of? Could be a fun little segment because
Yeah.
a lot of guys, you're good at that.
Thank
You
you.
bring up to like you said, Drysdale reminds you of Datsuk. I couldn't
They're
agree
identical.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, new segment for the boys.
Yeah. Anyways, Up Dog, great podcast. A little recap of everything. Good to be back in the studio with you. The Fella Tour will continue. Maxi Binger, thank you. I was missing curfew, Up Dog.
Bad is missing curfew.
Up Dog.
Boomers.
Lip boomers, fella. I got the boys at Big Canyon chewing the lip boomers now. Jim Abbott, former baseball player, Olympic gold medalist, threw a no-hitter at Yankee Stadium, chewing lip boomers. They're everywhere, Up Dog.
They're everywhere. They sure are. And I don't mind throwing a little upper and a downer in every now and then.
Double barrel?
I got the double barrel going. They're the only ones I can handle. Anytime you get a little CBD in your upper lip, stiff upper lip.
Yeah, I would just say make sure to have your order pre-ordered before your order goes away because I ran out of Canada lip boomers the other day for wild card weekend and it wasn't pretty.
Just
Up
get
Dog.
the restock.
I did the Cali order times 2 this time. So I got 50 fucking tins of lip boomers coming at me. I got the natural mint flavor going now. The American spice, the tangy fucking citrus. I'm chewing it all. And Up Dog, you know what I like to do? I like to mix and match and make my own tins. The Obi tin.
You're damn right. Our friends at CannadipsCBD.com. A lot of special announcements here today.
Yeah.
They're coming at you. Load up on your tins so you never have a problem like Obi on the golf course. www.CannadipsCBD.com. And our promo code OBS.
Curfew Cali, baby.
Curfew Cali. Load up that account. Don't ever let your cart go dry. Don't ever let your lips be not packed with a couple extra dipskis.
Lip boomers, baby.
Lip
Let's
boomers.
go.